Hello, and today we are going to talk about the book Siddhartha. Hermann Hesse, the author of Siddhartha, was born July 2nd, 1877, in Germany. After Hesse rejected being a minister like his family wanted him to be, he decided to pursue his writing career. As a young man, he worked in many bookshops, which provided him with the materials that he needed to educate himself. In 1916, Hesse's wife was placed in a mental institution, his son contracted meningitis, and his father also died. As a result of these pressures, Hesse entered a sanitarium, where he underwent psychoanalysis and became interested in the ideas of Freud and Jung. Some of the characters in Siddhartha came from the study of Jung's theory of the mind. Jung believed there are three parts of the mind: the conscious, the unconscious, and the collective unconscious. Many critics believe the character Gunvia, often referred to as Siddhartha's shadow, represents a buried aspect of Siddhartha's own personality, which conflicts Siddhartha's outward goals. In the late 1600s, the hippie movement embraced Siddhartha because of the Eastern philosophy of its views against a materialistic society. Hesse, who died in 1962, never was aware of the popularity that his book became. Hinduism is based on Vedas, an ancient group of prayers and hymns brought to India by the Aryads in about 1500 BC. People are born into a caste system in India and remain there throughout their entire lives. There are 5 castes. There are the Brahmin, who are the priests, who guard the traditions and rites of Hinduism. There are the nobility. There are the ones who engage in commerce. There are the servants, and then there are the untouchables. They are the lowest class. The religion of caste is Brahmanism. The Upanishads is an ancient text which explains individualism and teaches ones to follow karma. The Hindu religion teaches the beauty of nature and how it must be ignored because it is an illusion. The Hindu religion is very strict, and its practices include prayers, sacrifices, and bathing in sacred rivers. Buddhism first appeared in the 5th century BC, when a wealthy young man, who was later to be known as Gautama, left his family, and he was looking for a way to end human suffering. Through his meditation, he learned the path to nirvana, which is the nothingness, or the escape from the cycles of endless rebirths. Through this, he broke through all the tides of love and desire. His followers called him Buddha, the Enlightened One. Buddhism differs from Hinduism because it offers a code of living as well as the promise of eternal salvation. Buddha teaches 4 noble truths. Existence is suffering. Suffering arises from desire. Suffering ends when desire ends. And the way to end desire is to follow the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path to Nirvana includes the following: right belief, right resolve, right speech, right conduct, right occupation, right effort, right complexion, and right ecstasy. The novel Siddhartha is divided into 2 parts. Part 1 has 4 chapters paralleling the 4 noble truths as defined by Buddha. Part 2 has 8 chapters, just like the Eightfold Path to Nirvana. Since many critics argue that Hesse is not trying to say that Buddhism is the correct path to peace, they reject the premise that the chapters of the book follow the teaching of Buddha. We need to assume that Hesse is merely presenting Buddhism as a framework for his novel, as a clear, logical standing point for individuals seeking inner peace. For Hesse, the idea of love as a path to peace is deprived from Christianity. Here are some important characters from the novels and the meaning of their names. Siddhartha is the main character. His name means he who attains his goal. He is named after Gautama Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. Siddhartha is the protagonist of the novel. Gagnya is Siddhartha's devoted childhood friend. Gautama Buddha is the founder of Buddhism. He has a profound effect on Siddhartha's search for meaning. Karmla represents physical love and serves as Siddhartha's paramour. Kamaswi is the hybrid combination of karma and swimming. Kamaswami represents materialism. Vasadui, or the one who abides in all things and who all things abide, is a godlike figure in the book. He is the wise fisherman who helps Siddhartha realize the meaning of Om. Om is the word that represents creation, preservation, and destruction. It allows a person who chants Om to become totally absorbed into nameless, the absolute. It is part of meditative chant, which brings peace.